Celebrating service in Nye County for 10 years, Desert View Hospital.
Well, there's a lot of things to really consider when the temperatures drop. Number one is the increase in falls. As some of the water that accumulates on the ground from our recent storms, it turns to ice. We also have a lot more tripping hazards because people are putting more clothing on, some bulky clothing, and so they have the opportunity to fall more often. We're also running into the situations where something happens on the outside and we have to worry about thermal protection for our seniors overnight. Make sure we have the ability to contact if we do have a fall or something else occurs, that they have a means of summoning help immediately versus being out all night until discovered by either a neighbor or a family member.
And then discover. I know this is another issue that I'm familiar with, is I know space heaters, fireplaces, pellet stoves, etc. are frequently used rather than central heating for economic reasons. Please explain the safest ways and the safest products to use for a heating source at this time of year.
Well, we have a tendency to really insulate our homes, and so we don't want to use kerosene heaters, things like that that give off carbon monoxide within the residence. When we use electric or space heaters and such, we don't want to use them when we're not in the environment. We certainly don't want to leave them on during the course of the night, overnight. What we can do is add some simple additional clothing or additional blankets onto ourselves to help keep us warm. You can warm the environment up, then place those things and turn it off for the overnight hours. The other thing to consider is don't overload the electric system or your electrical system in your house by placing space heaters into strip outlets or placing them into outlets that haven't been checked for a long period of time. Don't place the heaters within 3 feet of combustible materials. That would be bedding, sofas, and furniture, or any types of drapes, things along those lines.
So it's better off to put them like in the middle of the room.
It is. It gives a much safer environment. Be careful with our pets, though. We want to make sure our pets, that the type of appliance you're using can't topple over and hurt one of our pets, and especially that is also protected from our children.
Thank you, Chief Lewis, for your seasonal update on safety tips for seniors. This is Tonya Brum reporting from KPVM News 46.